we're also full of these qualities. We're also eternal, we're also full of spiritual enlightenment, and we're full of spiritual pleasure. But in our present state, we're covered by a material body, and therefore we're not experiencing our eternality, we're not experiencing spiritual pleasure, and we're not experiencing spiritual illumination. But when we engage in acts of devotion, we concentrate on the Supreme through acts of devotion, like this divine chanting we're doing, then we actually uncover our spiritual self, and we experience ourself as eternal, full of bliss and knowledge. And that's the great opportunity. And so I thought that was a good deal when I heard about it, and I still do think it's a good deal. And our teacher, Srila Prabhupada, thought this chanting was so auspicious that we should do it every day in public for at least an hour in all of our centers all over the world. And in many centers we don't do that. And if we did do that, I think everything would pick up a lot. They had a 40th anniversary of our temple in London in 2009. It started in '69. And they were telling about the early days. And they had one temple in this place called Seven Berry Place. And they said they used to have a chanting party that went from Berry Place to Marble Arch, and then back to Berry Place, and then back to Marble Arch, and then they would have a picnic lunch at Marble Arch, and then they would chant back to Berry Place, and they would chant up to Marble Arch, and then they would chant back to Berry Place, and then they would have a program in the evening in the temple, the evening program, and then they would chant from Berry Place to Marble Arch, and back to Berry Place. So with the help of Google, I ascertained that it's 1.6 miles between Seven Berry Place and Marble Arch. Therefore, they chanted for 12.8 miles every day. And that was in the late 60s and early 70s when people were looking for alternatives, and everyone was completely blissed out because they were chanting Hare Krishna for 8 hours a day. And so many people joined their movement. There were people who were sleeping on the staircase, and one person slept with his head under the sink in the bathroom because there's so many people were joining to participate in this great spiritual ecstasy that was being churned through this congregational chanting.